Afternoon, folks. It's afternoon time, ready to rock and roll. I see Jason's on here. What up, Jason? All right, let me call this guy. Josh.
This call will be recorded for quality.
Josh, good afternoon. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Just here picking up my daughter from school.
You're always moving, man. You're always moving around.
Yeah. It's the time right now in life. So what's up, man? What do we need to talk about next?
Yeah. So let's see here. So last time we talked,
A bunch of pictures.
you did send me some pictures on there. I just want to do a quick recap of what we talked about, just in case I missed anything. Okay. So first and foremost, the house is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2,200 square feet.
3-bedroom.
Oh, 3-bedroom. Sorry, 3-bedroom. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And then you were looking to get how much again for it? Trying to look up your notes here.
Started at 300 was the starting point.
300 was the starting point, right? And you guys already fully moved out, and you're really just looking to get, as much as you can on for the property. You also mentioned that the roof is pretty old, right? It's 25 years old, so definitely need to fix that. Okay, cool. And then so I think the last time we talked, I was mentioning that when I was looking at the comps, it was like 350, 360 would be how much we can sell the property for once we fix it on the market, or once we fix it and put it on the market. So I did more digging because when you and I talked, I was, like I said, I was at the beach, so I didn't have my laptop in front of me. So I was looking at some of the properties in the area. I'm pulling them up right now, so just bear with me.
Hey, can you give me a call back when you're all organized there?
Yeah, I already have it up.
Give me a call back when you're organized, and we'll talk later.
Well, I'm already have it up. So.
Well, I'm here to pick up my daughter.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to talk later either way.
Okay, no problem. Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, talk to him later. Hey, Angel.
Hey, man, the guy sounded like he was completely disorganized.
Yeah, that's all right. We're both disorganized.
I've been there, you got to pick up the kids and you got traffic and then you're on the phone. And so everything seems to be a little crazy.
Yeah,
I can understand him not wanting to be on the phone right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he tends to call me when he's busy too. And it's like, bro, do you want to get this thing done or not?
Yeah, it's a little bit of...
William Campbell asks, what title company are you using for Texas? Are they statewide, nationwide? So you use RJ contract. Yeah, so we use RJ's contract. For title companies, I personally like to use my title company of Texas LLC. I'll drop it on the comment here.
Are they virtual?
What do you mean?
What can they do?
Yeah, they'll just send
thing in different states.
This is for Texas only.
Okay.
There was another one that we use. Jason, we're on again.
I think somebody's got to get rid of YouTube on their phone. I'm hearing myself.
And then the other one that I like is patent title. So yeah, Pan Title Company and My Title Company of Texas LLC. Those are the two that we like to use. And then, but a lot of times we just leave it to the buyer to choose the company that they like. It just makes it a lot easier.
I know I've seen some that are national, right? Empora, I think, does national. So no matter which state you're going, you're contracting in, you can always get that Empora title.
Oh, really? I've never heard of it. I didn't know.
Yeah, they were on with RJ at some point on YouTube.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
So let me ask you this: if you were trying to get a contract out with this guy that I called last week, would you actually try to get that contract signed? Because he doesn't own the land. It's a mobile home park, but he has a lease, and he's telling me that it's a transferable lease. So I don't know if I really should pursue that.
Oh, dude,
In
I
order
wouldn't
to,
even. I
right?
wouldn't know how to answer that question. I mean, I think. Did you talk to Travis?
I did. He says to look into the lease, but he didn't give me anything added to that. He just said get the lease and then look it over to see if it's transferable. My guess
Yeah,
is then maybe you should go ahead and try to get that at a low price. I don't know.
yeah. I would probably. I don't know, man, because I
You've never
always go.
had that happen, right?
No, it's always been like you own the trailer and you also own the land.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have enough experience for me to answer that question.
All right. All right. I'll keep that in the back burner.
Yeah, Matt, you can also always just lock it up and see what you can learn from it. That's always a choice.
Try not to trip over myself.
No, but I'm dead serious, man. It's just it is what it
Yeah.
is. Like,
I can try to lock it up at 65. He wants 100, but the best comp I found out there recently, as of I think February, was 155. And if
mm-hmm.
he wants 100, we got to do some work on the house. I need to get it around 60 or 62.
Yeah.
That would pretty much be a home run,
Yeah.
according to my calculator. The person getting this deal would be making 33,900 if I got it
Mm,
at that price.
got it.
So that's a good payday.
I think so. I think so, sir.
All right. And I'm going to be doing my callbacks and looking for some new leads here on Speed to Lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Da, 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 da. go. Speak to lead.
What's Jason up to?
I have no clue.
Uh,
All right.
End of the month is coming.
Yep.
Are you in line to get your goals met?
My thing's not till November 15.
Okay.
But yeah.
So let me see. So you're on day 50, right? 18
Day-
days to go. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
a heck of a goal, man. And you're going for the 100,000, or is it just like how many deals you get, or what's going on with that? I
Yeah. So
didn't
my
follow
thing.
the beginning.
Yeah. My thing was to hit $120,000 for the year, meaning from my first day that I picked up the phone, it's a whole year out. So
Okay.
whenever I do my goals, I always add a 20% on top of it, so
Right.
that so like my must do is 120, my can do is 150. So in other words, even if I miss the 150, I'm most likely gonna hit 120,
The
right?
120. Right.
Yeah, because a lot of times people would be like, "Oh, my goal is 100." Let's just say 100 to make the math easy, and they shoot for 100. Then majority of the time, people reach 80% of their goal, and then they'll
Really?
fall short. Yeah, and so if your goal is 100, then have your goal as 120, so that in your mind, you're always shooting for that higher number. If you fall short of that 120, you're most likely going to hit that 100.
Because it's 80%. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that statistic. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they say, right? Aim for the stars, and you might just land on the moon.
Yeah. All right. November 15th. Cool.
Yep.
You guys still keep doing the lives? You gonna quit? You're gonna do
Oh no,
them
I'm gonna
sporadically?
keep doing it. Well, dude, I've been getting like messages, people like, hey, like it helps, like
It does. You helped
some
me.
people are able to lock up a couple of deals. So as long as it's providing value, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting online over here with you because this actually is a great motivator. So I appreciate it that you're online.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll keep it,
Yeah.
because that's really the main goal, is just
Help others. Yeah.
help others and just create a platform, and that's we'll
Yeah.
see. All right, let me call this guy.
And that's pretty cool.
This call will be reached 904-877. Like for me to return your call, please leave your name.
Let me just send him a text. right, who's next? It's Michelle. Look at this guy. Up late today, huh? Let's go.
Right? You kind of kill my energy sometimes, Caesar, with all your just waking up early and calling and going to bed late. I'm like, man, I feel like a piece of shit. I need to do more work.
Hey, Brandon. Good to see you back.
What's up, guys? What's up, Jason?
Hey.
What's up, Angel?
Yeah, 4 a.m. That's the man right there.
I'm too lazy. I admit it. I'm just lazy. I want to work a few hours a day, make a couple grand a month. I'm happy.
Go
You know,
surfing.
go surfing. I'm a simple man, but you know, Caesar's got the goals to make $50K a month. Hell yeah, dude. That's what it takes, though, right, Caesar? Always on the phone.
Sometimes more. I'm still in the early stage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. How long you been on, Caesar? Like a little bit, or?
No, I just hopped on. I had to take
Sweet.
care of some title issues, so it took me a while to get back on.
Thanks. Jason, you got any candy? I want some candy in that van. All right, let's see here. Okay, sweet.
Oh yeah, let me call this lady.
This call will be recorded for quality purposes.
Sorry, I can't take your call right now. Leave a message and a number, and I'll call you back when I can. Thank you.
Hey Ida, good afternoon. Caesar here. Hope all is well. It's been a while since we last chatted. Just want to see if you're still looking to sell your property on Eagle Ridge. When you get a chance, give me a call back. You have my number. I'll go ahead and shoot you another text as well, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Did you answer William's question about title company?
Yeah.
I just saw.
About the Texas.
I was gonna say Fidelity. I think, right? That's what John uses. He told me
Fidelity.
they're good in Fidelity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Jason looks like he's studying for a midterm over there.
He's cramming.
He's cramming for the bar exam.
Yeah, he's cramming for the book club. He's probably reading the book right now. That's probably what's going on.
What book are they doing? He didn't do his homework.
I don't know. I feel like it's Book of Jason. Every single pose is like a book itself.
Like the book of Eli.
Yeah,
Hey, that's one of my favorites.
It's a good movie.
it's a good movie.
Lots of adventure.
I haven't been studying. I've just been watching Bitcoin videos for 2 weeks.
Ah,
Oh wow, it's cool stuff.
how is Bitcoin right now? I haven't been following it, man.
Oh, dude, I'm a Bitcoin maxi. Like all my money, I just converted to Bitcoin. Like I don't have trust in the system anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm a 10 head guy, right? Conspiracy theory.
Is it up right now?
But
Or you
yeah,
still down?
Hey, listen, the reason
I
why
think-
they make those movies is because those movies actually portray what's going on right under our noses. Let's not kid
Mhm.
ourselves.
Totally. But yeah, I think Bitcoin's awesome. Like it's the hardest asset in the world. You know, it's better than real estate. It's better than stocks. It's better than gold.
It's just so darn expensive, man. Getting into it.
Well, you have fractional shares. You know,
Right.
you could buy dollar for dollar. You could buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. You know.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But yeah, I believe in 100%. Like I don't buy stocks anymore. I put all my 401ks. I just throw it in Bitcoin.
Cool. Yeah, you can buy houses with Bitcoin now. Real estate, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I found this cool little app. It's called Spritz Finance or something like that. I was like, okay, how do you spend Bitcoin? Because I was like trying to do all the research for like a year. And there's this app where you can put Bitcoin on this app and it stores it, and you could use that money via Visa. Or you could use that Bitcoin to send it to your credit card company and pay your bills.
Wow.
So I was like, damn, that's awesome.
It's a great exchange.
Yeah. And I was like, how do you spend Bitcoin? Because usually you have to send it to the exchange, sell it, trade it for fiat, and send it to your bank account, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with this, you could go straight from your crypto wallet and pay your credit card bill without selling. So you avoid taxes. Or, I
Easy
mean,
transfers.
you pay all your taxes, of course.
It's really getting advanced, man. That's cool.
Mhm. And I think blockchain will be changing real estate, where you could buy real estate on the blockchain and the deed will be on the blockchain, everything.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that's the future.
Okay, what does this guy say? Let's copy.
So, who else do we have? Let's go, Peggy. Today's been a slow day.
This call will be recorded for quality. Your call this call will be recorded for quality purposes.
25. At the tone,
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Peggy. Good afternoon. Caesar here. Just wanted to see if you're still looking to sell your property on Sidewinder Drive. I am an investor. I'm looking to buy. So if you're looking to sell quick, I can pay cash and close in 14 days. So when you get a chance, give me a call back or shoot me a text. One way or the other is totally fine, but please let me know so I know how to proceed. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name's Angel. I was looking for Rick.
He's not here. Who's this?
Okay, yeah, I said my name's Angel. I'm looking to see if I can talk to Rick. He left his information on my website. He said he wanted to sell the house over there on Jefferson Street.
No, sorry.
What's that?
Gary sold it for $75,000.
Really? It's not listed online that he sold it. That's why I kept calling because.
Somebody from Chicago gave $75,000 for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in a few more years, they can probably gonna buy it up.
So when did this happen? Because I've been calling and he wouldn't pick up the phone.
Somebody offered him 75 from Chicago, so he took it.
Yeah. When was this?
That was 2 days ago.
Yeah, because it's still listed as off market on Zillow. That's why I was just wondering about that. All right. Thank you.
Angel, I would ask, did you guys close on it or did you just get an offer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We put in the chat. We're like,
I didn't see that. All right.
it's all good.
I'll call him back.
Yeah, because a lot of people will say, oh, he sold it. I was like, okay, well, does selling it mean it's actually closed, or selling it means you have someone that sent you a contract and you signed it? You know,
I gotta check that chat, man. I should have. I missed
it's all
that.
good.
Yeah. Totally fine. I always congratulate them, you know.
Yeah.
Got to sweep them off their feet because most people give them something else.
Yeah, I remember you do that all the time. Hey, congratulations. I'm so happy you sold that thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever ask them what they're going to do with all that money?
No, I don't care.
Good question.
That's a good question, though.
Put it on Bitcoin.
I would.
No, I'm going
I
to
was
call
watching
them on Monday next week.
because I've talked to sellers and we're like, oh, it's already sold. I was like, okay. What does that mean? Oh, he sent me a contract. Oh, well, so you didn't sell it yet. You just have a contract, right? So you just got to squeeze the juice more a little
Okay.
bit. But sometimes
Yeah,
it's a blessing when they sell the property because then you never have to talk to them again, right? It's a curse and a
No,
blessing.
but yeah, just because someone offered him money doesn't mean that it's sold. And
Yeah.
you know, sales always fall through the cracks as soon as you get in the title or escrow or whatever. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
it's always better to just
And-
keep that line open.
Yeah, because I've been talking to someone like, oh, it's already sold. I'm like, well, I see it pending. Like, it's been pending for like fucking 2 months. Like, when are you going to close on this thing? Oh, it's
Yeah.
closing. Well, you didn't close on it then.
Yeah.
This call will be recorded for.
Please leave your message for
David Denny.
Hey, David. Good afternoon. Caesar here. Hope you're feeling much better, man. When you get a chance, give me a call back. Love to chat with you about your property on Woodcrest. So if you're still looking to sell, I'd love to chat with you. I'll go ahead and show you another text. Okay. Bye.
So this lady, I've been just dripping campaigns. I was like, "Did you sell the property yet?" No. How much do you want for the property now? She said $450. I look at my notes. She wanted $420. So I'm gonna be like, "Now you want more money?"
Market's gone up.
You want more money now?
Like, I do.
Yeah.
One of the leads I was calling never picked up the phone, and she listed it on Zillow, and now it's pending. Like I called so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times since September 28th. And now that, she never picked up the phone, and now it's listed on Zillow and it's pending already after, what does it say, 4 days?
Oh, yeah.
I wish that lady would have picked up. Either way.
Joel Rogers.
Yeah.
Michael McElroy.
So Angel, what have you been working on?
Same thing, making
lead
phone
source.
calls, buying leads. Just speed the lead. I don't want to go into anything else until I just exhaust all the cash I got on my balance here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like I have some money still on property leads, but once I use that money, I'm not going to use them anymore. Not saying anything bad. I rather focus on speed of lead because they have the coupon club sometimes. They got these deals sometimes, and I feel like there's more opportunities. But we're doing fixed price mode every now and then. Like Caesar has the coupons, so I'll try to take advantage of those deals when they have them. What's your strategy for speed to lead? Like coupon club, fixed price mode?
That's where I'm at right now. I am counting a lot on Caesar sending me those coupons because I don't always get them. Yeah. But for some reason, he's like the favorite child over there because he always gets them, right?
Right.
But when I get them, I usually try to take advantage of those. And then the second thing that I've been doing since the start is the $200 a month and coupon club, $29 each. Couple of days old, just keep on calling. Yeah. But if I see a really good deal, I'll go the $80, $100, whatever it is. Just,
like a good lead.
Yeah, for a good lead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always do coupon club.
Yeah, because I'm always flirting with the idea too. Like, you could do nationwide, of course, but like if you really just hone in on one area, and then you build your buyers list, and like it's just easier. So like for me, let's just say Texas, right? So like Dallas, Fort Worth, maybe Houston, Austin, probably not Austin, but whatever, right? Texas, right? And if I see some coupon clubs, I'll buy those. If I see some exclusive, I'll buy those. But like maybe just targeting one area because you're always building your buyers list in that area. So if a coupon comes in and it's in Dallas, I'll buy that. If it's an exclusive lead, I'll buy that in Dallas. Like I want to kind of pinpoint my area, but buy different types of leads, like sale leads, exclusive, because it just makes it easier on the. Go ahead.
No, I saw a video with RJ, or actually, I think it's on the Titanium website, right? And he's got all these different good states and terrible states, places that he would never go to. So I've got 15 on speed to lead, and I saved that filter. So I've only got those 15, and these states are the only ones that I get leads in. So it's Arkansas, Maryland, Ohio, Florida, Maine, Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan, Texas, Indiana, Missouri, Iowa, Montana, Kentucky.
Missouri's good.
And that's it. I do those
Nice.
15, and after that, I don't touch any of the other states. I don't
I
want
was
to go
going to
into
interrupt you. Something I heard today. Barbara scored herself a buyer who's bought 50 properties this year and says he's going to buy 30 more. It's all in Michigan across 3 zip codes. I don't know the zip codes, but if you're doing anything in Michigan, I suggest you message Barb to be like get the inside track on what to
get them
look
just
for.
put quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just text her, Facebook Messenger her, whatever.
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
You got
Yeah, because if you got one buyer that's gonna buy all your deals, like you don't need to go hunt anymore. You just get deals.
Yeah, I just need money. I want it quick.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and before I had all these KPIs in my head, like, oh, I want to get 10 deals a month, right? Now I'm like, fuck, I just want to get 2 good deals, like 2 bangers, and like, because like I've been disappointing like shitty deals here and there, and like it's so much work. It's better just to say no and to go for that next better deal.
But see, that's the reason why I won't get anything other than those 15 states. And then when I do get into those states, the only thing that I get is leads that have a good population or anywhere over 2,000 buyers in the city or in the county. Because then
that's good. Like, if there's no buyers, if there's no buyers, you have to get the deal so deep.
Exactly. Real deep.
You know, if there's buyers, like if you got a deal in Dallas, right, and you didn't lock it up for that good of a price, it'll probably still move because there's supply and demand too. Not saying you manufacture a deal, but the probability of you disappointing a shitty deal in a better market is better than a shitty deal in a shitty market, you know?
Yeah. How about condos? How do you guys feel about condos?
I don't go after condos, but if I get the lead and I bought it, I'll do a condo.
Okay.
But I don't go after condos, but if the lead comes in and it is a condo, I try to close that deal, but I still run it like any other one. You can't really have high ARVs on a condo, I don't believe, because you can't really add value to a condo because all the comps are relatively the same, right? The same average, right? So condos are kind of hard to do value add. Go ahead, sorry.
I was trying to stay away from those.
Yeah. Like if you bought it and you're working the deal, of course work it, but if you're looking at FSBOs, yeah, don't look at, condos.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the more you dispo deals too, you're probably feeling this too, Suzer, where like you're more picky now. Like you're more confident on the phone. You're like, that's not a deal. Like, no, sorry, I'm not a buyer, right? You're more harder. Because it saves you so much energy. You know, if you're too nice and bubbly, or like, well, maybe that's a wrong word, but if you're trying to fucking close every deal, you're not gonna win. But if you close the good deals, then you're saving yourself energy and stress later on too.
100%, dude. But I also suggest for anyone that's new, just lock them up because you'll learn so much. Lock them up.
Definitely.
A lot of them are going to be shit. Just know that 90% of them are not going to sell. But you'll learn, and that lesson that you learn from it is so valuable. I think a lot of people are so afraid to make mistakes where they're not closing deals, and then they don't know their own metrics. You know what I mean? Like they don't. Like you guys heard me say this many times, like there's no right way, there's no wrong way. You just got to find the way that works for you. You know what I mean? And because if you think about it, like you have RJ, who's his way works. You got other people like Pace, Eric, like all these gurus, like all their stuff works. You know what I mean? Like it works for them. So it's like, what's yours? What works for you? And the only way to do that is to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like dirt biking, right? You're gonna crash. You're gonna crash, break some bones, but you're always gonna improve, right? So like if you don't crash and burn, you'll never be good. because you'll never push yourself to that limit where you do get injured, you do get hurt, right? Like if you want to go out and surf and you want to charge those bigger waves, you're gonna get knocked down a bunch of times and drown and all that stuff. But like, you keep going through that pain, and when that big wave comes, you're like, oh, I can handle this big wave now. I've been rocked so many times.
Yep.
But it's like Pace says, be the cockroach, right? Never give up.
That's right.
Because I feel like, you guys probably feel it too, but in this community, I feel like I've leveled up so much compared to my peers in like sub 2, or like just even in sub 2, I was leveling up higher than them because a lot of them would not be action takers, right? They wouldn't pick up the phone. They wouldn't be uncomfortable, right? So, but in RJ's group, like I feel like a lot of us are leveling up so fast in like wholesaling, just because it's direct. It's just on the numbers. It's cut and dry, right?
Well, I'm going to tell you the reason why I think this is happening, and it's only from personal experience. The only reason why I'm here is because Brandon started this, and then Caesar kept this going. When Brandon took off, I joined Caesar. All of you guys have done something that I couldn't do alone, and that's bring camaraderie and bring a brotherhood where I can actually get support. This is what separates us from any other group. The Titanium University has this unequaled anything. Look at Jason, look at Jenny, look at all the other people, Tanya, people that would never think about doing this, but because of this brotherhood is the reason why we're doing it. I'm taking action because of you two guys.
Mm-hmm. And for me, that's awesome. I'm sure Caesar could speak on this, but like, this dates back when I was in sub 2, where when I first started in sub 2, I would just go live, and I used to do this when I worked at Salesforce and HubSpot and tech sales, just being live with your homies, making calls, making fun of each other. Like that's good times, right? So when I was in sub 2, I was like, I just want to start this back up, right? Just cold calling, talking shit, like having fun, right? Like the bullpen, right? Like stock traders, right? And it's just fun. Then I was running my Zoom, and there's this one guy would never turn his microphone on, would always be black, like just black, pitch black, right? And I was like, this guy is in here every day. I don't know what the fuck his name is. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's Chinese, Indian, black. I don't even know what the fuck he is, all right? But he's in here every day. And then one day he went off mute and started talking. I'm like, oh, cool. He's getting more comfortable. Then he would show his face. I'm like, oh, cool. Like he has a face. And he would never make calls, but he would just watch us. And like one day out of the blue, like a few weeks later, he was on Zoom and he turned on his microphone. He's like, Brandon, I made a call yesterday. I was so stoked. I made my first call after months of just watching us. It's like, he's like, the only way I could do it is because you're there every day, like fucking up. And I was watching you fuck up, and I was like, I got to do it.
Yep.
So it's just that power. I was like, damn, like, because for me, not picking up the phone, like, it's an easy excuse, like just pick up the fucking phone. But for some people, it's so hard. For me, I don't understand because I just like to talk. But for other people, I can imagine it's so hard to pick up the phone. Like it's so heavy.
I'm okay talking. I just don't know what to say. This is what I'm learning from you two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys should have saw me when I first comped on the phone. Like, oh my God. I'm like, I could barely spell my name. I could barely do math.
Same here.
Right? Oh, like, oh my God. And now just like, now I'm to the point where like, fuck this guy. Like his house ain't good enough for me. Move on. Right? Like you have that vibe, right?
That's why
that you're like, so, at first it's panic. It's like you're panicking, right? It's like the stock market where you look at the 1 minute chart and it's like moving around and you're freaking out. You lost money. But if you just zoom out, not the 1 minute chart, not the 5 minute chart, not the 15-minute chart, not the 4 hour, maybe the 1 day or the 1 week chart, you're like, oh, now I can see the whole playing field. Now I can relax, right?
Yep.
But like you said, Angel, like just seeing people doing the thing will help you do the thing too,
Totally. That's why I'm here. I'm sitting here staring at myself. I never would have done this or picked up the phone, period. Just wouldn't get on the phone, but look at me now.
Well, one thing I always say is when you do the hard things in life, life will be easy. And when you do the easy things, life will be difficult. So like back
Go
to
ahead.
what Brandon was saying is like for some people, picking up the phone is very heavy and it's difficult, right? But if you choose to not pick up the phone, then you're gonna have a more difficult life because you're not gonna get closer to your goal. You know what I mean? So like, just do the difficult things now, and life will be easier. Same thing. It's like, hey, it's easier to just sit on the couch instead of working out, you know, but your life's gonna be more difficult later in the years.
And my thinking is, I need money. I don't have a choice. I have to have this. And so for me, it's critical. You know, it's like the thing. I cannot do it. I have to do it. So I have to force myself, and I've got to be here, and I got to make the phone calls, which I don't like. I used to love texting. You guys heard this before.
Yeah.
But you know, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, texting is hard. Texting
I was
is
great
awesome
at
because
it. I love that,
and
but
text,
you know, you can't do it
and,
anymore.
in text sales they say email open rate or deliver rate or whatever, right? It's like 1%, right? Texting is like 80. It's so like as far as the not ROI, but like a text reply back, it's so high compared to mail, compared to LinkedIn, compared to like cold calling, right? It's such a good way to do sales in any industry. And if you can't do it via text, it hurts a lot. But a lot of our competition just went home, right? Because they can't text, so they gave up.
Yeah.
When you think about it that way, you know.
I stopped completely from 2021 up until now because I hated to get on the phones.
Have you know who Jeb Blunt is?
No.
So he's Caesar probably knows, right? Jeb
Yeah.
Blunt.
Yep.
He wrote the book Fanatical Prospector or Prospecting or something like that.
Yep.
Read it probably 10 times, or not read it, but listened to it. You know, most Marines can't read or write. But it's a great book. He always says the best tool ever will always be the phone. It will always be the phone. And if you could close deals on the phone, like you're just like, that's the best way to do it, because a lot of people don't want to pick up the phone, and they'll want to take the easy way out. Like, hey, if I do email blasts, if I do text blasts, if I do marketing, like picking up the phone is the best thing you could do. And if you could get confident on it, it'll open up so many opportunities, not just in real estate, like in any sales career.
100%.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I don't like being on the phone. I told you, I was sending 10, 20,000 text messages every week, and I was good. My fingers were tapping and clicking and going all over the place. Now I've got to get on the phone and talk to someone live, face to face. And that's my thing. I don't like it. I got to do it, though.
Gotta do it.
This call will be recorded for quality.
Hey, Lori.
Yes.
Hey, Lori. Good afternoon. This is Caesar. Hope you remember me. We spoke earlier this month about your property on Bayberry Trail.
Hey, how can I help you?
Yeah. Are you still looking to sell that property by any chance?
Well, I get the right offer.
Oh, great. All right. Well, how much are you looking to get for it?
About 300.
About 300. Okay. And I know it's been a while since we spoke. Like I said, it's earlier this month. Can you just refresh my memory and tell me what you got going on over there?
What do you mean what I got going on?
Well, I mean, it can be actually one for the property, how it is as far as the condition goes, and then two, why are you looking to sell?
I'm really not looking to sell, but if I do sell, it'll be just to move over closer to my daughter. I do not have it on the market. I'm getting ready to retire, and so that opens up my opportunity to look at possibly moving if I'm going to. but I do not, this house is paid for, so I do not want another mortgage. So I'm looking to get enough cash out to pay cash for something instead of having to get a mortgage.
Yep.
And it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a 22-year-old home, and I've been the owner ever since it was built. I've lived in it the whole time, and it's in the last 5 years or so. All the windows have been replaced. The outside of the house has been painted. New appliances, new AC, new roof. It does need some upgrades, but that's about it.
Got it. When you say need some upgrades, what upgrades were you thinking of?
Well, somebody would probably want to maybe update the bathrooms, maybe update, the floor has just linoleum. The kitchen just has Formica countertops. They might want to go in with granite or something like that. Things like that.
Got it. Okay. I mean, the way you're describing it sounds like you got a pretty nice house there. You've done a great job maintaining it. Any reason why you haven't put it up on the market or deal with a realtor? Because it sounds like it's a like market ready property.
Again, because I'm getting ready to retire in a month, and I have just not been in a position to move or go anywhere.
Got it. Okay. Looking for your neighborhoods. I see it here. And then, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you come up with the number with the 300?
Just based on what I've seen some of the other homes that go for, what the market value is. There's just there are a lot of new homes in the area, but mine's in an established neighborhood, a very safe, quiet neighborhood, conveniently located in town. I don't know. That's just what I would like to get out of it.
Got it. No, I completely understand. And is this a 2-story home or one? It's 1 story, right? Just want to make sure. Got it. Okay. And you say you still live there. I mean, if you were to sell this, like, what's the ideal timeline for you?
I don't know, probably 60 days or so.
60 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And you mentioned that you just want to sell this because you're retiring and you want to get closer to your daughter, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Is there a timeline for that, or is it just whenever you sell it for the best price that you can get out of it?
Whenever.
Got it.
Whenever.
Okay. Well, let me ask you. I mean, if we pay cash on this and we pay all the closing costs, no realtor fees, and you don't have to worry about us, getting pre-approved because we'll pay cash and we'll buy it as is, so you don't have to do any more of the updates. I mean, what's the best price that you can do?
Probably not a whole lot less than the 300. Because I think retail is going to be about 350, and or something in that range. I know the property values have recently been going up in this area. We're the hottest selling, or the fastest growing county in the country right now, and so I don't want to come too far down off of that.
Got it. Okay. And just curious, I know you've been talking to a lot of other folks. Would you happen to have any pictures of the property? Just, it'll help me better understand its current condition and see what type of upgrades I need to do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay. And this is about 2,500 square feet, right?
21.
21? All right. Give me 1 second. Just looking for... I'll be able to give you an offer in 2 minutes. I'm just punching these in my calculator here. How many folks have you been talking to since we last spoke? You've been getting a lot of phone calls?
I get a couple of calls a day.
Yeah. Have you been telling a lot of people to kick rocks?
Pretty much.
Yeah. What's the worst offer that made you laugh?
Got 200.
200. Yeah.
Well, actually, I think 170 was about the lowest that I was offered.
170. What's the highest that you got offered?
Probably, I think it was maybe about 230.
230. And you didn't take that, huh? Well, I can see why you're saying that. Gotcha. All right. So I'm looking at a 4-2 out on Cherrywood Trail. So I think it's just right behind you. And it just got sold a couple of months ago for $299,000. It is modernized. It looks like it's in 2024. No carpets, all hardwood floors. I mean, the kitchen can get a little bit of updating, but still in good shape. And then another one at 327 for 2,300 square feet. This one is also move-in ready. Kitchen actually looks very nice. So there's nothing to fix here. So I'm just, and maybe you can help me understand. That's where I'm kind of going, okay, 300. If I can buy this property at 299 and I don't have to fix anything, you know what I mean? Like if I have to put in maybe $10,000-$20,000 in your property, it's kind of hard to buy it at 300 since I have to put in some work into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. So I'm looking at it like on a low rehab for a 2,100 square feet. It's probably going to cost me in the $30,000 range. And so I'm looking at your property, and you said it's 2,100 square feet. So after I fix that property, I can probably sell it for maybe 325 or 320, just a little bit below just between the 300 and 325 there. And then when I look at my numbers, I'm not trying to get rich off any deal, but I just want to make sure that I'm able to pay the staff and keep the lights on. So just dollar per dollar. So I'm looking for, $30,000 of profit as well. So let me just run the numbers real fast. And you said you own it outright, right?
Correct.
Got it. Oh, just curious. Do you know how much rent I can get that property for if I were to rent it out?
Probably being a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, probably about 2,000.
About 2,000. Yeah, I'm just trying to look at what my exit strategy would be. So 1 second. Just curious, would you, looking at 3 different options here, just bear with me. Okay, so I'm looking at 2 possible options where I can make something happen here. And then if you don't mind, I'd like to just quickly go over those 2 options, pros and cons for each. And then if any of them work out, great. If not, no problem at all. I understand not every call is a deal. Okay. So the first one would be a cash deal. So you'll get the convenience because, like I said, we can close as soon as 14 days. But, if you need 60 days, we can work with you and do a 60-day close on it as well. Okay. We'll buy it as is. You don't have to worry about it getting pre-approved or anything like that at all. But because of a cash deal, like I said earlier, I have to look at closing costs, not only when I buy it off you, but when I sell it, any carrying costs that I have to carry between now and when I fix the property and sell it. And then obviously just dollar per dollar profit on it. So on a cash deal, the pros is you get the speed and the convenience. The con to it is it has to be at a really deep discount. So looking at the market, if I were to do a cash deal, I'm not saying that I would, but if I were, I would probably be in the low 200s just for it to make sense for me. And from what I've heard from your conversations with the others, that probably won't work for you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So the other option that we have is what we call a novation. Has anyone ever explained that to you, or have you ever heard of that?
I'm not familiar with that term.
I'm sorry, did you say you were or you were not?
I'm not familiar with that term.
Got it. Okay. So I'll explain it to you and then let me know if this would work for you, okay? So a novation, what it does is that we will actually be able to put it on the market for you. Now, the good news is you still don't have to pay for realtor fees and you still don't have to pay for any closing costs. So we will take care of all the closing costs, the realtor fees. If we need to stage and take some pictures, we'll take care of that. If we need to do any type of updates just to help with the pricing, we'll take care of it. So really all you do is you just sit back and you collect the check when we're able to sell the property. Okay. So what that does is that we agree on a price that would work for you, and then we go to work. And pretty much what I'm going to be doing is looking for a retail investor, maybe someone that's, husband and wife, they're just starting to get into the real estate game, and they're more than willing and able to pay a little bit higher than seasoned investors like myself would. And so once we find that retail investors, then we're able to sell that property, and then you get paid out on it. So on something like that, if we were to do a novation, instead of a $200,000 offer, I would be able to do $249,000.
That really doesn't sound very interesting to me either.
Yeah, when you say not interesting, is it because of the price? Is it because of the process? Or is it something that I said?
Try.
The price?
Try.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you were to sell this on the market right now based on the way it is, you're probably going to sell it for less than 300. And then when you do all the math, when you pay the closing costs, the realtor fees, right, you're probably going to land around the 240, 250 mark. So at the end of the day, if you decide to go put it on the market yourself, which is totally fine, if you do that, just to let you know, you're probably going to land at about the same price, because there's no way that I would be able to, or you would be able to sell that at 350 if other houses that are newer are selling for 327. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like I say, I've not decided on a sell price since I've not put it on the market, and because I would not determine a sell price until I did that. So those were just the ballpark numbers that I had come up with.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, absolutely. No, I completely understand. I mean, I do this every day, and I looked at, I know I can send you all of these comps that I put together. Like I said, the addresses within your area. So if you change your mind, add my name to your contact list. like I said, I can be an easy button for you, whether I'm the end buyer or if I do the novation deal. That's something that I'd be more than happy to help you with. At the end of the day, if you do decide to go for the novation deal, it really just a convenience factor, right? It's just, if you want to get the most that you can, put it on the market with a realtor, see what you can do with it. If you want convenience where you just sit back and collect the check, then that's something where I can be of service to you.
Okay. Well, it is an option.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah. And if you don't mind, I'll just text you from time to time just to see how things are. Time is a funny way of changing things around. Is that okay?
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. You have a wonderful day now. Okay.
Thank you for checking in.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Good question on that one, Brandon. I just saw that.
Yeah, I always ask that, like, okay, if my price is too low, my price is going to be like everyone else's price. So what happens if you don't get your price? What are you going to do?
Yep. Great freaking question.
And if there's no motivation there, I just say, okay, bye. But if there's motivation or like pain, or they don't have a problem or a solution, I guess. But I always like to ask that, like, what if you don't get your price then?
Yep. No, 100%.
They might have not even thought about that. Like it sounds like this lady, you told her what the market's going for. You told her all this stuff, but in her head, she thinks she could get above the market, right?
Yep.
They're all looking at
Wow.
Zillow and they all think they can get that. That's all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is fine. It's just they're not our solution, or we're not their solution, right?
Right. They've got to be really motivated, and we got to
Yeah,
get it.
Like, honestly, if you're not motivated, why the hell would you ever sell to a wholesaler? Like, that's just dumb. I would never sell my house to a wholesaler ever. But let's just say I get hit by a car and I don't have benefits with the VA, so I have to come out of pocket to pay for my hospital bills, and I have to sell the house, I have to sell my Bitcoin, I have to sell my cars, I got to sell the dog. Maybe I'll sell to a wholesaler, right?
Yeah. That's motivated.
But yeah, if there's no motivation, it's hard to get a seller to sell their property at a discount, but they're out there. We have to find them.
You did it. We're not deal makers. We're deal finders.
Pretty much, right? We're
Right.
hunters. I think that's a good, like you said, Caesar, like, you don't want to make a deal because a deal will fall in your lap sometimes. Like, damn, this is a good deal. I'll send you the contract right now.
Yep.
And I feel like, Caesar, you've probably had some of those layups where, like, oh my God, this deal is too easy, right? And once you get that, you'll be like, why am I working so hard for a deal that's not a deal?
Yep.
That's true.
All right, so just make notes on this.
Hey, fellas, I can't say I thought of it while we were on the implementation call, but there was one more question to help Noah out that I don't think anybody asked. Somebody talked this to me once, don't remember who or how or why, but if your business was just that one deal and nothing but that deal, would you want that business?
No.
So if you had 1,000 of that same deal over and over and over, would you want that deal? And that usually answers your question as to whether or not you want to manufacture your deal or anything of the like.
Yeah. And I think we all go through this trajectory of, we've all been there. We've all tried to make deals happen. But once you get deals and you dispo them and you close on deals, you lose deals, you lose EMD, you do this and this, then you start thinking like, this is not a deal. I don't want to put more energy. This is more of a follow-up, right? But yeah, Jason, like if you got a deal it's hard. The deals will usually present themselves, right?
Yep. Funded.
I don't mean to discount your guys' calls, but my favorite's still Angel saying, "Prove it. Prove you sold your house to me." I don't believe you.
All right.
Okay.
Show me the
Oh
deed.
yeah? You think you did?
Right.
I don't think you did.
That's funny. Pick up the phone, people.
I'm getting a lead in Akron, Ohio right now.
Hey.
Doesn't seem highly motivated, but gotta give it a whirl. $29, 2-day old.
What? Nice.
Akron, Ohio.
I usually say, the speed to lead like comments. I never even read them because a lot of them they're not really accurate. But you ever find yourself catching that sometimes, Angel or Caesar?
I'm always second guessing myself, but the main thing that I try to do is make sure that there's a little bit of something that I can grasp onto. I know retirement elsewhere is not really that much of a motivation, but I'm looking at all the angles. If he owes a little bit on the property, which is what it says right here, he actually does have a mortgage and is behind on the mortgage. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's
There you go.
a little bit more motivated, right? So it just depends on how the lead is set up and what he's actually talking about on here. So that's the reason why. And then this one just went by. There's no orders. No one else placed an order on this one. So it's
There
a
you
couple
go.
of days old and no one touched it.
There you go. I'd call it. Boom.
Yeah. Let me get my
So
phone.
I don't know about you guys, but usually when I get a new lead, I'll at least put on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor, just get a average of where I need to be.
Don't let
Then I'll
RJ
just call
hear
them. I know, right? But I know some people will pre-comp the whole property,
you. I
and
know.
that's no, because you'll pre-comp and you'll jump on the phone and what if you never get a hold of them?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't like the pre-comp, but I'll throw it on all the Zillow, blah blah blah, just to get an idea. Okay, well, it's around 500K, right? And if they're looking for 700K, you're like, this guy's crazy.
Hey, listen, I do that all the time, but I'm not gonna tell RJ about it. I want to see if at least it's on Zillow listed, so I don't look like a fool when I call.
That's another good point too, because if
Right.
it is on Zillow, you can get a refund.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'll just at least put it on Zillow and see what happens. That's the minimum I'll do. Yeah, it's off market. It's a 3-1 in Akron, Ohio. Let's give it a whirl.
You calling one right now, Angel?
Yep, I'm gonna hit it. The one I just bought.
Nice. Lock it up, dude. Might have a buyer for you.
Tyler?
No, I have an actual buyer out there by some.
Okay.
He's my go-to guy.
Because he's also in Ohio, right?
Yeah. My buyer closes within 7 to 14 days.
Oh, beautiful. I need the money now.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, Christy. My name's Angel. You had filled up one of the forms on one of my websites. You said you wanted to sell your house over there in Orlando, and I was giving you a call back to find out if you're still interested in selling. If you wouldn't mind, could you give me a call back? My number is 817-349-6138, and I just want to touch base with you and see where we're at. If you could, my name's Angel. Again, 817-349-6138. Thank you. Let me send her a text.
Nice.
Yeah, I usually call, leave a voicemail, send a text, and shoot an email too.
I'll call her back
If
in
they-
5.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll also email too. Like if it's got an email in there, definitely try that.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've done that before. I forgot about that. I'll do that now.
What text? What's your text right now, Angel? What text do you usually send?
Just your basic. My name's Angel. I just called you, trying to see if I can get a hold of you. That kind of thing.
Got it. Yeah, the text message that I always send right after I leave a message is, "Hey John, just left you a voicemail about the address," and I don't put the full address. I just go 123 Main. I don't even put street or drive, because
Okay.
it's because when you put like 123 Main Street and the whole address and you capitalize things, it looks very marketing friendly versus
Okay.
I'm just down the street kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, "Hey Angel, just left you a message about 123 Main dash. Are you still looking to sell?"
All
something
right.
something short. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I'm sharing this because there are other people that are watching, so figured I'll share on what my usual first text message that I send.
That's very nice. Thanks.
Yeah. Let me reach out to this guy, Josh. He just called me.
This call will be recorded for quality purposes.
Hey, Josh. It's Caesar.
Hey, Caesar.
Hey, I just saw a missed call from you, so I'm assuming you're home now.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, man. Wonderful. You got a few minutes?
Yeah, I'm here watching a movie with my daughter.
Oh, nice. Good stuff, man. Let me see here. So yeah, so I'm looking at some of the properties in the area, right? You mentioned you wanted to get about what 300 for this, and so I was looking at 445. How do you say the name of the street? Peanish Drive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your neighbor, right? I think it's either right across the street from you or right next to you. He's been trying to sell his house at 345,000. They just had a 10K price drop, and it's been on the market for 96 days. So when I'm looking at that, and then I'm looking at some of the other properties that got sold in the area for a 3.2, one on.
Yeah, that one, the one you're talking about, I went and looked at it, and it needs a lot of work.
It needs a lot of work, right? That's probably why it's not moving.
Super outdated. Yeah, I think that's why it's not moving.
Yeah. No, I know, and I saw your pictures too. So the point that I'm trying to say is, if let's say you and I agree on a price, I buy that property, and I actually fix it up, I can put it on the market at 340, 345, and then have it move because mine is going to look much more attractive than his. You know what I mean?
I agree. That's what I was thinking when I saw those houses going up for sale.
Yeah. So I think you and I are pretty much on the same page there. Like, my after repair value would be 345. Okay. And so just to explain to you how I'm looking at it is, so 345, after seeing the pictures that you sent me, which you've done a great job maintaining it. That being said, I do need to replace the roof, which is going to cost, $10,000 right off the bat. So just on a low rehab for 2,244 square feet, it's probably going to cost me in like the $35,000, $40,000 range. That includes the roof. Okay. Because usually a low rehab would be 30. I got to add the 10 for the roof. And so when
I honestly don't need the whole, background. When you're comfortable, send me a number. Feel comfortable to send it to me, and I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, all right. If you don't want me to explain it, then for a cash deal, I would have to be in the low 200s.
Okay, like 210.
Yeah, 210. I could probably make that work.
Okay, all right. This ain't gonna happen then.
Yeah.
Hey, it was good chatting with you. If you're closer to 300, we'll talk. If not, I'll just try the market.
Yeah, well, let me ask you a quick question, because there's another option, and then let me know if there's something that you want to do. If you do, great. If not, then put it on the market. Have you ever heard of novation by any chance?
Novation?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so how that works is let's say we do agree on a price that's closer to 290 or closer to 300, and then I go, okay, here's what we're gonna do, Josh. We're gonna put it on the market. We'll do the staging. If there's any updating we need to do, we'll do that, right? And then once we sell it, we also, not you, but we will pay all the closing costs. We'll pay the realtor fees. So nothing out of your pocket, right? So what it is that we agree on a price before we go on the market, and then we do all the work for you, and then we just need a 60-day close, and then once we're able to sell it, then you're the first one that gets paid.
Okay.
So it's really.
Do you have my email address?
Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it is. If we do a novation deal, I can actually come up closer to your number. So instead of the low 200s, I can actually come up to about. Give me 1 second. I can come up to 250 on it.
You guys handle everything?
What was that?
You said you handle the listing. You guys handle staging.
We'll handle staging, listing. We pay the closing costs. We pay the realtor fees and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you go ahead and shoot me something in email, and I'll read it tomorrow at work?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to shoot you an email, but let me ask you this, because in order for that to work, I would have to be at the 245, 249 range.
Okay, send me whatever you can do. Send it to me. I'll take a look at it. I'm going to meet with the realtor to see what we can talk about. I'll just compare all my options.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Right,
yep, for sure, man. Have a good one.
All right. I'll look for your email.
Okay, bye. I am striking out today, ladies and gentlemen. Part of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ever since I jumped from, sub 2 into RJ's camp, it's a simpler business model. DTA, your whole acquisition strategy is sub 2, right? But my acquisition strategy is cash. And it's just an easier, less path of resistance, right? So, if I had no money, you call DTA, of course, you call FSBOs. But if you have some capital, I think the best move is to just buy the leads, and it shortens up the cycle. There are a lot of people in titanium that have VAs and they cold call, which is cool. But I think the best route is just buy the lead. And I think it makes it an easier business model. you know, because DTA, you're relying on sub 2, right? You're always relying on sub 2 unless you got a motivated seller that will, okay, yeah, we're on market, but we'll take a discounted price, like, you know, our deal we got going on now. But that's hard to find, right? An on market deal that, you know, they're willing to price drop, right? All the way to a cash number. That's hard.
Yeah, no, for sure. But the only, you know, whoever now, like,
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
So it's like, you know, like if I get 4 or 5 of them, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to spend my time just for
Yeah.
to just, you know, make the process we can do different
Yeah. I just know ever since switching to cash, it just gets more simpler. I'm kind of glad I made the switch. Of course, I still do sub 2 deals, but I don't. It's not the tip of the spear, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's not true. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And if you want to dabble in the cash world, you know, RJ is always a great resource. Tons of videos online, YouTube for free. But yeah, if you need any more help on the cash end, I'm always down to help. You know, if you got some cash deals for sure. You know, sub 2 is easy.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to get a motivated seller with a good interest rate and a good cash or like cash flowing property, right? Sub 2 is easy, but cash is another world. And you know, if you start doing cash better, it just gets easier on the numbers and you know the
I
negotiation.
guess all you come like all the time 0.7 minus the price minus the time, but the number is so low.
Yeah, for cash it has to be low. RJ uses a different calculator. It's kind of similar to the percent of ARV minus rehab and all that stuff, but it's just a different format. So it's all in a spreadsheet and just listed in, and it's more on like holding costs, closing costs, and repairs. So it's a different calculator. But with cash, you pretty much got to get it deep anyways, because you know the investor has to make money. So as deep as you could get it, of course, but you know, it depends if it's a flip, it depends if it's a turnkey ready to go, then you run it as a rental. So not every deal is the 70% of ARV or whatever, you know what I mean? So it has its nuances, but you know, if you know cash well and you could run numbers and you could comp and you could underwrite, it just gets easier on the negotiations. Like, hey, agent, your property is only worth 500K. You're trying to sell it for 550. Cash price needs to be at 350. You know, it's the numbers just get easier. You know, the more cash deals you underwrite, you know, just like with sub 2, you know, you write sub 2 deals, you just get familiar with them, right? So, you know, I think switching to cash has definitely allowed me to analyze deals a lot better. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, totally, dude. If you ever want to jump on our on our YouTubes too, like we're always doing the cash on our YouTube channel. You can find on my Instagram. But yeah, if you got another one, we could run it cash again, like this other one, and I'll let you know if anything new with that buyer. I just texted him again. I said, hey, did Title reach out to you? They said they would. So I'm just gonna I'll end up calling them again. And if I get any new news, I'll let you know. Then if you get any new news from Title, let us know.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet, dude. Thanks, bro. Sounds good, man. Yeah, I'll call him right now again.
All right.
I'll see you.
Thank you.
Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Yes, hi, Christy. It's Angel. I called you a few minutes ago. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss your call. I stepped away from my desk a few minutes ago. Calling you about Orlando, and I'm still interested in buying your house. If you can give me a call back. Yeah, that's 817-349-6138. Thank you. Let's pick up another one.
You got another lead?
Yeah, I gotta get another lead right now. Oh shoot, where are they? Oh, there we go. Text it, email. Yeah, okay. I got money in the bank, man. I gotta get some of these leads. If you got money, spend it, right?
It's cool. It's cool to put leads on a credit card if you have a 0% interest, and you could just kind of like, it's a loan. It's a loan on leads.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on getting myself the LLC and also some business funding. But I gotta work things out, because what I did wrong is I started my EIN number with the IRS out of California. I just talked to a lawyer, and he's telling me, well, if you want to get anonymity and several other tax benefits, go to Nevada, but you're going to have to get an EIN from Nevada.
Yeah, we did that through, we have like 3 LLCs. We got like a holding company, we got a shell company, because with all your like marketing, your texting, your emailing, all that stuff, you want to make sure you're not sued. So you want to at least have a shell company where you send contracts, sign contracts, you market. So if you do get sued by a litigator, you can't get, there's no money in the LLC to get sued, right? So, we have a shell company that we put on our contracts when we send it to a buyer or a seller. On our CRM, it shows that company, because if we get sued, they're going to sue the shell company that owns no assets, nothing, right?
Exactly.
Then we have another company that holds our real estate. Then we have another company for like I think we got like 3 LLCs, but we have them based out of, I think it's Wyoming, I think.
Right.
That's where a lot of people go.
Yeah, Wyoming,
Delaware, that's where we set it up.
Nevada. Yeah.
Yeah, Nevada's good.
Delaware,
yeah. All the freedom places.
So who set that up for you? A lawyer?
I think a lawyer did. We just paid them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got these guys over here want to do the whole thing for me for about $1,000.
Nice.
Setting up the EIN.
Said Wyoming
in Nevada.
Nice.
You need an agent address, right? So they'll get me one there where any kind of mail will be forwarded to me from Nevada.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want anything in California. Like, fuck California.
I'd rather not live in California, but it's too pretty and my kids are rooted here, so can't really leave.
I'm in the camp where I want to own nothing on paper, so they can't take your stuff.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they texted back. Okay, cool. Yeah, Scott said he's got his in Wyoming, his LLC, in the chat.
Uh-huh. I don't want to go to Wyoming. I can go to Nevada because I travel there at least once a year. So if I need to be present, I can just go there. Take my wife out.
I've never been to Wyoming.
Oh, you don't actually need to be there?
No. I think we have another one in Philly too, but that's because we bought a property in Philly, so we just had an LLC in Philly.
Uh-huh.
I know Pace has like Prime Corporate Services or something like that. Well, we never used them because they were so slow. But I hear people that say they're a good company, and I hear other people that say they're not. So I don't know. But I know Prime does it. Pace preaches that. I don't know what RJ says about LLC. I don't think he really hits on that.
No, never heard him talk about it at all.
Yeah. And honestly, it's something you really don't even need until you start making money. Like, no one's gonna sue you.
What is it? Oh,
Like
LLCs?
maybe do like 10 deals. You know, you're making some money, then get an LLC.
Hey, I'm not waiting to get sued. I'm getting the LLC, man.
Yeah.
I don't want any nonsense happening with these people. Plus, you know, when you're actually PPL, you shouldn't have to get sued, right? Because these people are actually wanting to sell.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just one lane of the litigators. Not litigators, but like you could have a tenant that rents your rental property and falls and sues you too. So
Yeah.
if you buy and hold property too, you need an LLC. But I think there's like, you want an LLC for your active income. You want an LLC for your holdings, of course.
Oh yeah.
It's just safer.
Yeah, you want to make sure you put everything away from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see.
I'm just writing this guy the email, so.
Nice. Yeah, I'll probably take off. I'll be back on. Do we have is RJ singing in the morning or afternoon? Let me check. Oh, it's tomorrow at 2?
Yeah.
Afternoon.
LA time.
So I'll be on here in the morning. Caesar will probably be on it too, right?
Yep.
Nice. All right, well, I'll jump
morning,
on
so-
tomorrow, probably around 8 o'clock San Diego time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow then.
Okay.
For sure. For sure.
See you guys.
See you later. How about Frisco, Texas, but the lead is on the market?
Probably wouldn't touch it.
I wouldn't either.
Well, yeah, because the problem is you don't know how long it's been on the market, right?
Yeah. Zero orders.
That's exactly why no one's touching it. Whichever way you go is totally fine. Let's kind of proceed. All right, let's see what we can do there. Scott just did his LLC out of Wyoming, hey? I think that's where I did mine too, my holding one.
You've had it for a while?
Earlier this year.
Okay. Yeah, I know I need to get into it because I'd like to put everything there, including any tax write-offs, for buying leads, because I'm paying a lot of money now.
Yep.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. No.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. What county is Fort Wayne, Indiana in?
This does not tell me.
Hold on, don't leave it yet, because I have a buyer there. If it's in Franklin, oh, it's in Allen County.
I'm looking at the map, and it's southeast of Chicago, southeast of South Bend, Indiana.
Fort Wayne. How much is it?
The lead is $221, but I can get it for $29.
Dude.
I placed one order on it already, though.
How many orders?
One.
Oh, it should be fine.
Motivation is not that high. Only relocating, so no death in the family. It doesn't have a mortgage. It's not listed. It needs some remodel.
It might be a good seller finance deal.
I'm not versed on that at all.
Yeah,
I can send it to you. We'll split it halfway.
Call it.
Yep. Making the payment right now.
All right, call it. Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I think Steve does Fort Wayne, Indiana.
29 Club. It's all set. I'm going to buy an extra one that they just gave me. It's 4 days old, but it's $23 instead of $29. And wants to sell as soon as possible.
Where is this at?
Also, Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's why I bought it.
Oh, you bought the 23 as well? All right, let's call both of them right now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. Give me 1 second. I gotta go to the page over here.
This is gonna be the Angels show right now. Let's do it.
Okay, it's giving me the info.
I just texted my guy to see if I was like, that's one of the counties you buy in, right? Let's see.
Okay, let's go to the CRM where they put them at.
And the winter's around the corner. They definitely want to sell it before
they get going. Yeah, the winter gets going.
Before pipes starts to burst.
All right. Wayne Township. I have no clue what that means. And 33. Here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hello.
Yes, hello. My name is Angel. I was looking for Belva.
This is Belva.
Oh, great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm okay.
Wonderful. Well, it seems here that you had entered your property on one of my websites that you're looking to sell that house. So I was calling you back, wanting to find out if you're still looking to sell.
I am, but not for another 2 or 3 months.
Uh-huh. Okay. So how much are you looking to get for that?
About 100,000.
100,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
That seems to be about what the property in the area is running for.
Okay. I am. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on out there?
What do you want to know?
Well, anything you can tell me either about the property or about the situation. It says here that that you've owned the property for quite a long time, so I just need to find out anything you can tell me about the house or about what you're planning on doing.
Okay, the property's been in my family since 19. Let me think. I was 4, so it's been in the property since I was 71.
I guess.
It's my father's family home. My brother's been living in it. He's getting ready. I'm getting ready to put him into an assisted living. So it's been lived in. It's been well cared for. As soon as I can get everything worked out and get him into an assisted living home, then we will be putting the house up for sale.
Okay. So it obviously needs a little bit of work since it's been lived in. Can you tell me anything about what's going on with that?
Well, it needs some cosmetic work. It's got a good furnace, good air conditioning, good roof, got a fenced-in backyard, detached garage. The carpets probably are still usable. They just need to be cleaned. My brother's he's 66, somewhat mentally handicapped, not crazy, but just has short-term memory problems. He's kept the yard up, lots of flowers and trees. The city came through, golly, it's been about 5 years ago, hooked it all up to city sewage. So all of that's been updated. The cabinets, when they were put into the house, were custom made. So, they'd have to be, what do I want to say, probably sanded, updated is what I want to say, know. 1 bath, 2 bedrooms, has a bathroom that you can make into either a dining area or into an office.
Mm-hmm. Okay, did you mention anything about the roof? I'm sorry.
Yes, the roof is about, I think it's about 6 years old.
Okay.
I put a new roof on it. And I had windows put in it, and there is no asbestos in the house. Okay.
Okay, great. Well, I am seeing some of the properties out there are between 90 and 100. Normally what we do is we come in and we will try to get houses that are either distressed or in need of repair, because we like to get them updated up to 2024 standards, right? Normally we put in some flooring.
The appliances are new.
Okay.
In the kitchen. The dishwasher, I'm not too sure about. He says it works. I'm not sure. So that would be the only appliance that's in question. The stove and refrigerator are within 3 years of being new.
Okay. Yeah, what we do is we try to find distressed properties that we can put some work into, and obviously we're investors. We want to sell them at a higher price. So that's the reason why I was wondering the condition of the property. If we have carpeting, normally what we like to do is we like to remove the carpeting, and if there's wood flooring, we like to use the wood floor or install new flooring. And normally if there's some plywood or anything like that, we like to put in drywall, nice sheetrock, paint it all up, update the cabinets with newer cabinets, etc.
There were cabinets involved, and I know what you're doing. You're talking fixer upper and sell it. Yeah.
Well, sometimes we fix her up and we rent them. Sometimes we keep them, right? So it just depends on what our exit strategy would be.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice little home. It's about 900 square feet. We've lived in it. Well, my folks lived in it. I was raised in it. My brother was raised in it. But the detached garage is nice, and it's got electricity in it. So it's been a nice family home. Working man's neighborhood.
Right. So it's a 2-1. It's about 900 plus square feet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it is on a foundation. It's not a cement slab.
Okay. Okay. I'm opening up.
Sidewalks in the neighborhood.
And you do have sidewalks out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Paved streets.
Would you happen to have any pictures of the property?
No, I don't have any currently. I know there is one on Zillow.
Mm-hmm. I see the one that you're talking about. It's basically the front of the house.
Mm-hmm. Got some bushes that need to be trimmed back.
And a lot of bushes, yeah.
That's a little closer than front porch.
Right. Yeah, a lot of bushes. You have the corner lot, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Corner lot.
Okay.
There's an alleyway in the back.
Okay. Let's see here. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. I'm having a little bit of a hard time.
1 bath.
Oh, 2-1. 2-1. And
1
you're
bath,
a little
2
over
bedrooms.
900 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're thinking 2 to 3 months, huh?
Yes, I'm currently taking around to look at different assisted living, trying to get the waiver, getting him situated into an assisted living home. And then once we get him assigned to one, and then we'll be deciding what furniture he wants to take with him, and then getting him moved. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the stuff. Maybe I'll have a truck say, got junk? Boing. I don't know.
Yes.
There'll be a lot less that I'll want to deal with.
Exactly. Yes. As far as your plans, you're planning on moving out of the house and staying in the area, or moving out of the state?
Oh, I don't live in the house.
Oh.
I don't live in the house. He lives in the house.
He lives in the house. Okay. And
I have another home.
who's in the title? Who's on the title?
I own the house.
Oh, okay. So I'm speaking to the rightful owner. That's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've paid the taxes and the insurance and all that on it, so it's free and clear.
Okay. I am looking at a couple of other properties here on my software. There's a house not too far from you that sold for $69,000 July of this year.
69.
Yeah, 69. It's
Well,
the one,
located?
1546 Moreland Avenue, and it's also a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Has about maybe 25 to 30 square feet lower than you. This one's only 876.
And it went on a corner lot.
I'm not sure about that one. I'm not looking at any pictures, but that one is at 69. Also another one on Moreland for 82. That's also a 2-1, but it's lower square footage. So of course.
Yeah, there was a working man's neighborhood, but it was when my mom and dad bought it. In fact, those homes were being built for guys coming back from World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were small, and a lot of people added to them, raised their families. And then it went through a period of time where, it was kind of like rented out, and now people are buying them back.
Mm-hmm.
Gal across the street, I just talked with her yesterday, and she's tickled to death. She's making a little cottage home out of it. So it's kind of for those of us who can't afford $500,000 and $600,000 homes, buying them back.
Me and you.
Yeah.
Okay. So so you came up with a number just from Zillow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, I can't do 100. I have to do renovations on the property and update it. So that would not be something that would work out for me as an investor. I'll tell you what, we're not going to be doing anything as far as putting things on you in terms of the closing costs and the realtor fees or any of the repairs. All of that stuff is going to be taken care of by us.
Yeah.
Because we're coming in and trying to get the house at that. So my question for you would be, if I paid all of that stuff and I took care of everything, what's the best price that you can do for me, realistically?
Realistically, well, since you're the very first person I've talked to, I don't know realistically. I'd want one or two other offers before I make a definite commitment. Don't you think that makes sense for me?
Yes. Since I'm the first person making an offer, you have something that at least now you'd be able to go by. 100,000 is a little bit too much for me because I do have to think about holding costs. Normally in this area, I think I'm looking at least 100 days on market if it's listed on Zillow. I buy all across the nation, so sometimes it's 113, sometimes it's 145, depending on where we are. Sometimes I have to hold these properties for a while, and so that costs money.
Sure. Now, if you were going to resell it, if you were going
exactly.
to
And sometimes rentals, they can take a few weeks as well, 4 or 6 weeks. Sometimes it just depends on the area. If we're talking about a place like Chicago or South Bend, where you've got a lot of kids in there and stuff for the college, sometimes it's a little bit easier, but you still have to take into account that that all of the things, repairs and things, take time, 4 to 6 weeks for repairs, and then getting it prepped. So holding costs does cost us money. The realtor fees, closing costs as well, all of that stuff. So holding, closing, realtor, all of that stuff obviously is going to be things that we're going to have to take care of on our own. And that's the reason why I'd like to be able to at least get to a lower price as far as the property is concerned. But you're not really interested in anything right now immediate. Normally, when we call a person, what we want to do is we want to be able to get into a contract right away. You're telling me 2 to 3 months down the line. So,
right, he's still living in the house. I'm not going to sell it out from underneath him.
You can't, right? I understand.
So, I mean, I took him Friday to look at a couple of assisted livings. I'm meeting with his caseworker tomorrow. He wants to look at a couple of other locations before he makes up his mind as to where he would want to move to. So once you get that established, we've got to make sure that they have a room for him. So see, we're talking a couple months.
Right. Well, I don't mind calling you back. I just want to know where I stand. If it's something that we can work out right now, as far as getting the property into a general amount of price. This is the reason why I was asking you, what's the best price you can do? But you're looking for other offers.
Well, what's your price?
Well, I don't know. I would need pictures.
I'm asking too much.
Yeah, no, I need pictures. I need to see the condition of the property. I need to see what I'm looking at as far as repairs and things like that. For updating. I've got to talk to my contractors and find out where we're at.
Well, like I said, as far as repairs, all electrical repairs have been made as needed. Siding, the siding's in good repair. The area is an industrial area, so the siding has been discolored. It would need to be probably painted if you really wanted it to make it look nice.
Yeah, we need to make it pretty.
Yeah, if you don't make it pretty, you want to paint it. But if you look at the other areas in the home, other homes in that neighborhood, pretty's not an option.
Right.
I mean,
Look,
I imagine those people are getting probably $100,000 a month.
I've been to Indiana. I know I've been to Elkhart. I used to live in Chicago, and so I know the area pretty well.
Yeah, this is was an industrial park up near where Allison's on the west side trucking area. Like I said, it was a small working man's neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, it was near what they call Weir Cook Airport, and that was a military base during World War II. And so they were looking homes for soldiers that came back, places for their families. And that's kind of what started that little area. And it never really has grown much. You're not going to find any big 2-story condos or anything like that around it. It's boxed in by Eagle Creek and highways, big plants. So it's just a small working man's neighborhood, going to be blue collar.
Right.
And now the younger people that have moved in, I mean, like my dad's generation has passed on, and the younger folks that have moved in are now taking pride in ownership again. So it's kind of like a whole cycle coming back. I took over a painting to a young lady yesterday that the man who had owned that house originally was an artist, and I took over a painting that he had given to me for a wedding gift, and she would have thought I'd handed her $100,000. She was so tickled to get a painting that the man had owned the house and had painted, and I thought she might want it as part of the history of her house.
Right.
And so they're just really nice young kids. So I think it's got a future.
Okay, so tell me, the real reason you're selling the house, did we get to that point? Can you enlighten me on that?
Why I'm selling the house?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to rent that house after
I am 75 years old.
Vacant.
And I don't want to deal with it.
Gotcha. That's a very good reason.
I need to be free of it.
Wonderful. That clears it up. Okay. So you're at 100. I am lower than that. Like I said, I don't know that it's a good idea for me to give you an offer simply because we're not in the process of, I can't send you a contract with a price that we haven't agreed to. Normally what I do is I send out a contract when we agree on a price. Right now, the only thing that I could do is follow up with you in about 4 to 6 weeks and see if that might be a good time for you to maybe get another offer on the property. And if you haven't, then we can discuss it a little bit further. Are you talking 25,000 less? Are you talking 50,000 less? What are you talking? Well, if I wanted to buy a house, it would be $1, but you're not going to take $1. So it's not going to be $1. I am looking at, as I mentioned, at properties in the neighborhood. I'm looking at my, I'm doing some calculations here on my software. And the price that I am looking at is considerably lower than 25,000. So that's the reason why I 20,000. No, lower than the 25,000 that you talked to me about. I think if I can get it at 62,500, my calculator here tells me that I would be able to make a small profit if I would offer you $62,500. Okay. So I don't mind sending out a contract to you. I don't mind continuing to talk to you about it. What I'd like to be able to do is give you enough time for you to be able to do whatever you need to do with ample time to be able to work things out. My concern is when someone lists a property and they send it over to my website and they enter their name and information, it tells me that they're motivated to sell. So
yeah, I am motivated to sell, but just not right now.
Right.
So why don't you let me see what some other people have to say about it?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense.
And if nobody wants to give me more than 62, then maybe you and I can talk.
Okay. Do you have my number on your phone? Is it?
Let me look and see. Is it 1-817-349-6138?
That would be it. 817-349-6138.
Yeah. If you want to shoot me an email with your name,
I can do that.
And then I can keep it for reference.
I can do that. Let me see. You didn't enter that on my website. I have the address. I have the phone numbers, but I do not have an email for you.
Okay. It's JAN.
Let me get that from you again because wonderful. And no K on that. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and send you all my info, my contact info. This is my my office line, but you can call. I'll get you my my personal cell phone number, and I'd love to be able to keep in touch with you because I like the area. I like Indiana, and I partner up with a lot of different people, so I have the ability to be able to fulfill a contract when I enter it into it. So if I buy the house from you,
going to sell.
Yep.
It's just a matter of working it in on my timeline. Let's say I'm 75. I'm getting ready to put my brother into assisted living, and this is a little bit of an emotional time for me.
I understand.
So I appreciate your understanding.
I understand because I've lost people. My mom died in 2014, so I actually had to put her in hospice, and I had to take care of her, and I had to clean her up and do all the things that need to be done. So I am very sympathetic to that, and I understand completely.
And it's always nice when you have people who love you that can do that for you.
Exactly. I love my mom. I spent so much time with her. I hated getting married because I love being with my mom so much. And I didn't want to be away from her,
Well, moms are nice, but wives are good too.
Yeah. Your kin is just amazing, and I'm happy that you're doing that for your brother. It's a very wonderful thing. It's a pleasure speaking with you about that today.
Well, thank you. I have a strong tie as far as blood tie, and my kids feel the same thing. So anyway, I've been blessed, and I want to continue to bless those that I love.
You sure are.
Thank you for your time.
All right. I'll speak to you soon, and I'll send out that email. Have a good night.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Alex, man. Did you hear us?
What was that?
Alex. See you later, Alex. She got my name wrong.
Oh, yeah. How do you feel about that call?
I think that was a great call. I know she's not going to get any other offers because it's Indiana, and you've got to kind of know what's going on there in order to be able to want to buy properties there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, this lead isn't really going to go anywhere, and I know that I hit it off with her very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to tying that up. I'm calling her back in a couple or 3 weeks. I'll keep up with her email.
Yep.
And then we'll see where it goes, man. But I'm happy about that. That's a good call.
Yeah, no, it's a great call. I think you did a pretty good job there. You hit it off with her in the end, right? Like you've gained her trust.
Right.
So that's a good thing. Maybe shoot her a text tomorrow. Just be like, hey, use me as a resource. I'll be an easy button for you. Whether you do business with me or not, more than happy to give you insights about,
Market.
about the industry, about the market.
Yeah.
So in that case, you can get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. So in that way, you're on the forefront of her mind.
Yeah.
Question for you though. So you didn't want to make her an offer because it's 2 to 3 months out. I'm assuming. Is that right?
Right. I wouldn't give her an offer at that price or at any price because it's too far into it. We don't know what the market's going to do in 2 months. And if she's going to use my offer of 62.5 in 2 months and now the market dictates 50, she might want to hold me to that. So it's like RJ says, I'm not going to make you an offer down the line. It could go down. It could go up higher, whatever the market's is calling. This offer is for today,
Yeah.
So that's
But
what he's teaching.
So then would you, and I'm also trying to figure this out myself. Would you ask her, hey, if we agree on a price today and do a 60-day close or 90-day close on it, would that make sense for you?
I was going to do that, but I also caught what she was trying to tell me. Until my brother is out of the house, I can't make a decision. See? So when she said that, I knew that no matter what I try to do, even if it was a lease back, or I could just, leave them in there for 3 months and knock it off of the rent or whatever, I knew that it wasn't going to work out. What she's thinking is, I need to get this thing taken care of before I can even discuss putting this in a contract.
Got it.
So I understood that part.
That's a good catch. Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's definitely not interested in anything while the brother's still living there. She did say that.
The only thing that maybe I would have changed is, and I think you saw it. You saw it and you tried to ask it, but you didn't ask it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Which is, like why are you selling? I mean, you asked it.
I kind of went in there, yeah.
She gave you kind of like, I always look at it as peeling off an onion. She just peeled off the first layer of onion for you.
Right.
You didn't peel off the second and the third. And so I'd say, oh, okay, great. So you're selling it once your brother goes to assisted living. Hey, if you don't mind me asking, are you selling it to use the proceeds to help with assisted living, or is this more to help with your retirement?
We went into that at the end of the convo where she actually said, no, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want the headache. I just want I'm 71, etc.
No. But the point is, we still don't know what she's going to use the money for.
Oh,
so
right.
You still don't know what the motivation is.
Right. You're right.
That's the point that I'm trying to make, Angel, because
her brother.
So let's say her brother goes to assisted living in January, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What if she doesn't sell the property until November of next year? It's still after her brother left.
That's true.
You get what I mean? So whether she sells that a month after her brother leaves, or 6 months after the brother leaves, or 2 years after the brother leaves, what's the difference? Like, why do you need the money? We don't know that.
You're right. If I had to guess, and from what I gather, she doesn't need the money. She just doesn't want the headache of having to deal with renters or the house or the upkeep. Right. So, this is just a guess.
Yeah, but I would definitely ask that at least on the next time you talk to her.
I'm wondering, wouldn't that be a little bit like, what was that? What do you want to know that for? That's my business.
Well, no, but it's the way you deliver the question.
Okay.
Right. And by the way, now you have a story, right? You said you put your mom in the hospice.
Yeah.
Okay. Hospice costs money. If she asks why you ask, be like, hey, I'm only asking because I put my mom in the hospital. I know how much it costs. So I'm just wondering, is this something that you're going to be using for that, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
don't be. I don't want to say don't be afraid, but don't be, because I know you were probably feeling like, oh, I shouldn't ask that question. It's a little
I'm
too.
thinking I'm gonna be prying into her personal
That's
life.
right.
That's
That's
the
right.
reason.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
held back on that.
yeah, yeah. And I felt that when you
Yeah.
didn't ask, and I said, oh, that's exactly how Angel was feeling.
Yeah.
But I would just ask, and I would just ask it just out of curiosity, not prying into
Gotcha. Gotcha.
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna ask her, hey, out of curiosity, what are you gonna use the money for once you have the 62.5?
See, I wouldn't ask it that way. See,
Oh, really?
now you're prying in. It's how you ask it. It's the same question, but how you ask it.
Okay.
See, what you're going to use it for, Angel, who gives a shit what I'm going to use it for? Just like how I don't give a shit how you're going to get the money as long as you wire it in my account.
Okay.
Right?
Phrase it for me.
Then you would say, hey, Angel, you know, I was remembering our conversation. I remember the time when I had to put my mom to the hospice. Man, I know hospice costs a lot. Just curious. I mean, are you selling this property because it's something that can help you and your brother out? Or is this more of, hey, I'm 75 years old. I just want to travel the world and have some extra cash in my pocket? You see how like I asked that question? I use your experience with your mom, but also at the same time I ended it with a very light, fluffy question, right?
Really
Hey, is this to help you and your brother with the hospice bills? Or is this more of, hey, I'm 75, I want to go to Mexico and have some cash in my pocket?
Gotcha.
Do you get what I mean? Because then
get it.
that's what's going to determine whether there's motivation or there isn't. Because if he goes, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Okay, well, then you're going to have a hard time selling it at 62 or buying it at 62. You know what I mean? Versus, yeah, I need that money. And by the way, if she says, oh, I need that money, then you can actually, without telling her in your mind, in your back pocket, you can even do a seller finance deal. Because what if you can put a down payment for the hospice and make that hospice monthly payment where she doesn't have to worry about it forever?
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? So that's something that I'm putting in my back pocket. I'm not pulling it out. I'm not pulling out the seller finance right away, but I'm just pulling it. I'm just getting that information so I know how to pivot later.
It's a nice trick. I like it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I see it now.
So it's the same question, but it's just how you deliver the question that's going to get you a different result.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully that helps, man. I don't know if.
No, it actually does. I'm looking at things the way that you do it because I hear you on the phones all the time, and I'm trying to pick up a few things here and there. So this one was a nice tip.
Cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, so let's hit Nick. Nick, it's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This one was Indianapolis.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Let me highlight the street here. Because I'm calling and I'm trying to see what the hell property am I calling about.
Yeah, yeah.
By
the way, if you want to put it on the private chat while you're calling that person,
right?
If you want to put it on right now,
right. I got it copied right here. I'll send it over.
Yeah, I can help you comp it. By the way, did your calculator really say 62.5?
No.
Okay, you just went because I put 65.
Yeah, that was me. I saw a couple of the other ones, and then I saw you type it up, and I thought, well, if he thinks it's 65, I'll do 62.5.
Yeah, you know why I put 65 there?
No.
Because of the comps that I sent you is an as-is property. So all you need to do is just call that buyer, be like, hey, I got another house for you down the street. I can get it to you for 75 for $7,000 less, and it's 900 square feet, not 700.
Right, because I did see the comps in that area, and the comps that I had, the ones that I found on PropStream, like I told her, was 69,900. There was another one that was 45, but that was a 1-1, and then there was the other one on Moreland for 82, but that was a 2-1 with lower square footage. It just depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So The ones I saw were between 60 and 82.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it was nice that you sent that over. I appreciated that. I was like, all right, if he thinks it's 65, then I'm just gonna go ahead and go to 62.5.
Yeah, I was just thinking 65 because you can sell it to that guy for 75,000.
Uh-huh. Yeah, good deal. So you got that address there? On the
Yeah, I got
private
it.
net?
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead and call. I'll do what I can do here.
All right.
Oh, it was last sold in 2022. I wonder why.
Let's see how far I can go on this one. I gotta take my kids downtown.
Oh yeah, no. After this, I'm done too.
And so after this one, let's
Call it a day.
call it a day. 3:30.
Oh, this might be a good one.
Fort Wayne. Okay, here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 26033033767. Please record your message.
Yes, hello. My name's Angel. I was calling for Nick. The reason why I'm calling. And again, my name is Angel, and I'm calling because you entered your property on my website, Crestridge. I'm available at any time, and I'll go ahead and send you a text message as well. Thank you. I'm gonna hit him up again.
Yeah. Hey, Angel, what is the reasoning for this? Or when you bought the property? I mean, when you bought the lead?
Yeah, let me. It says here he wants to sell as soon as possible. He wants to sell it and go do a rental somewhere, ASAP. So he
Got
just
it.
wants to sell it outright. He doesn't want
Okay.
to live in there or whatever, but he just wants to rent instead.
Yeah, just FYI, this property got sold in 2022.
Yeah, he said here 2 to 5 years, right?
Yeah. So
Is it a
he
5
bought-
1.5?
yeah, it says 6 and 4.5. 6 bedroom, 4.5 bathroom. This might be a good one.
You're breaking up.
Oh, it's 6 bedroom, 4.5 bathroom.
Didn't get any of it.
6 bedroom and 4.5 bathroom. Are you hearing me?
No, you better type it because you're breaking up very badly.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me now or no?
You're frozen now.
Can you
You're
hear me
back.
now, Angel?
You're back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sometimes Wi-Fi goes out here.
Well, you're in the middle of the jungle over there with all those palm trees behind you.
I know. I know.
You're like Tom Hanks, man. Your call has been forwarded to an 767 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yes, hi, Nick. It's Angel. I just called you. I wanted to leave you my info. You had entered your property on my website saying that you were looking to sell your house over there on Crest Ridge. So I wanted to give you a call back and let you know that I'm interested, and I want to make sure that you are interested in selling. So that's why I'm calling you back. If you can call me, my number is 817-8, and I'll wait for your call. Thank you. I'll send you an email too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, so he's not picking up. And I'm going to hit him up right now. Did you figure out how much it was worth?
What was that? Oh, that one? No, I didn't figure it out because he didn't pick up.
502.
I stopped.
I got the right here.
But it seems like
Yeah,
it'll be a good one.
He listed it as a 5.1.5, but it looks like it's a 6.
Yeah, unless he tore down one of the walls and turned one bedroom, 2 bedrooms into one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility.
And on PropStream, I'm getting no comps at all.
Yeah, I'll take a look at this later, and then I'll definitely.
Yeah, we can go ahead and close it out though.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, this was great. Thank you, Angel, for hopping on. I was so glad that I got to hear you, go from like the beginning to the end. And great catch. Great
I know,
catch.
man. I just happened to get home at the right time.
Yeah, it was a great catch that what you call what she said, that that she won't make any decision until he's out.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, and that was a great catch. I would have done exactly the same thing, not give any numbers, or I would ask, would it make sense to be in an agreement for 60, for 90 days, and have a 90-day close. I might have thrown it out there just because it's my nature to always try to go for it. But I also like the fact that you held back and you ended the call so great, dude. She's gained your trust. Yeah, man. Just maybe send her like a good text tomorrow. Nothing about the business, but more of your, something along the lines of the hospice thing, whatever.
Right.
Yep. I think you did great, man. Thank you.
Hey, I'm learning, I'm getting my footing over here. Just listening to you, and also Brandon. I don't know what Jason does.
He's studying for the book club.
Yeah, sitting in that van.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and see if I can get going tomorrow morning. If I catch you guys in there, I'll try to hop on.
All right, and if you don't, just in the afternoon will be good.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah. And Jermaine, just to answer your question, yeah, I've been in sales my whole entire life. So luckily or fortunately, I do have background. So yeah, there are things that I can do just based on experience. That being said, the good news is we're buying properties, not selling. So, you don't really have to worry too much if you don't have sales experience, because you got to operate from the fact that they have to sell you on why you should buy their property.
It's more profitable too.
Yep, exactly. All right, fellas, I'm out as well. Leave a comment, ask any questions, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks, man. You guys have a good one. Later, Angel.
Bye tomorrow.